All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. I just filmed a video for my other channel and I'm in a mood, man. I filmed it about Native American Heritage Day being the day after Thanksgiving, and I think I made a pretty funny video. So you can check it out if you like. I had a bunch of people that were crying, oh, don't just save it. Save your political shit, man. I only want to hear about MMA. Boo! No. How about no? Okay, if you can't handle reading the titles of my videos in posts that I make that are just like, hey guys, I have another video on my other channel, then, find another channel that's not gonna make you real upset, okay? Now, anyway, we are going to talk about Jorge Masvidal because he has taken it to the man again. Actually, what? That's not what he did. Jorge Masvidal is implementing some incredible strategy, right? And I'm going to tell you exactly what that is. So, he made a statement finally yesterday, and he made a statement about Leon Edwards. So, he dropped out of the fight, didn't say anything. Then yesterday, boom, Masvidal's back. And he is demonstrating again that his fight game is unmatched. He's strong, man. He's got a strong fight game. I'm gonna tell you exactly what he was doing right there. And then I'm going to talk about the Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns. Wait, what? No, I'm sorry. Hamza Chimaev and Gilbert Burns fight because I have some thoughts there. And there's probably some other stuff I'm going to talk about. So if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. I already filmed this video, if I'm being totally honest, but then I filmed the other one, and now I'm in the mood to kind of talk shit, so I'm going to refilm this one. So, not talk shit, but, Anyway, so Jorge Masvidal came out yesterday, and he said he still wants Leon. He still wants him. He wants him in March, but if he's going to punk out like a little bee, then he'll take Colby instead. And I was looking at that and I was like, God, it's so fucking smart, man. And he's also beefing with Conor. Now, that is a whole other, that's like the curveball from the outfield where you're like, whoa, I forgot about that option. That might work. But nonetheless, so why did he do the thing with Leon where he says, I still want Leon unless he's a punk, right? Now, the timing of this, very telling if you have, 6 brain cells to rub together, right? So what happened, day before yesterday or whatever. So Masvidal drops out of the 269 fight, I'm hurt. What's hurt? Whatever. I pulled my bank account, my bank account hurts. I'm just gonna go ahead and just sit back for a little while and let this thing work itself out. I'm gonna go do a super fight with Colby, right? But I don't really need to give anybody a fucking explanation. So I'm gonna just chill. And then something happened because then yesterday he's like, I still want Leon. Now, what was that? Ready? Pop quiz. What was it? Answer. Announcement that Leon is gonna fight Kamaru Usman next. So what is Masvidal doing? Hedging his bets. Because if Leon Edwards beats Kamaru Usman, Masvidal's like, hey, this is still a hot fucking grudge. This is a grudge match, son. Just because I walked away from this fight doesn't mean that I don't still have mad beef with this guy that I already beat up in public, okay? We still got unfinished business, son. I'm gonna put this guy on the ground. I'm gonna make him pay. Leon Edwards, you don't even deserve what you have. I already beat you. Everyone saying that you've won your last 9 fights is not factoring in the fact that I beat you up backstage. You're 9-1, son. You're 9-1 in the last 10 fights. Think on that, Leon. Tell me that you walked up with your hands up and I put it on you and then you just, oh geez, my cheeks hurt. 3-piece, that's how it goes. So that's what he's doing, okay? He is hedging his bet so he gets a title shot if Leon wins his fight against Kamaru Usman. Brilliant, dude. Tell me a person who has better strategic fight game than Jorge Masvidal, okay? Like, seriously, I know I've talked about this thing before. The guy, his career is at whatever point it's at after he loses to Wonder Boy. He goes on his hiatus. He goes down to Mexico. He has a fucking, epiphany about his life, comes back, and then let's just gauge his career from that moment to right now. Like, he has done nothing but hit home runs. I mean, he lost to Kamaru Usman twice, but like, those are the fights. We're talking about like strategic decisions that he's made since coming back. So fight camp leading up to the Darren Till fight is the beginning of new Masvidal, where he said, old Masvidal's dead. And look at what he's done, dude. Okay, if everybody thinks seriously that Masvidal is just where he's at because he won a couple well-timed fights, you're crazy, dude. You're not just crazy, you're just wrong. Okay, so yeah, knocked out Darren Till, very important, obviously. Jump kneed Askren, big, but did an exceptional job building that fight up also, and then negotiated hard, got the BMF thing headline with Nate Diaz, won that, and then parlayed that into I think probably the biggest challenger contract ever. Like when he took the fight on 7 days notice and he got a huge piece of the back end, sold 1.3 pay-per-views, and then did it again for the Kamaru Usman. So like 3 fights in a row, he was the headliner with big piece on the back end, okay? Like he didn't like trip over his dick and land on that, okay? Like those were strategic moves that he made. He made a lot of noise about pay. I usually don't think that that is a good play for people to do, but you can do it if you are Masvidal, Nate Diaz, Conor. Nate, kind of. But definitely Conor was able to be like, I'll just retire, forget it, I'm not gonna fight, blah, blah, blah. And he got his contract. Jorge did the same thing. Jorge also, he got a little bit lucky in that Burns had to drop out of that fight. And so the way he got his ultimate deal was, they needed to fill that fight. That was such a good financial decision for the UFC. Whatever they paid Masvidal, that fight ended up doing 1.3 million pay-per-views. That thing would have done 600 otherwise. Maybe. So excellent decision on their part, and excellent strategy by Jorge Masvidal. And he knew he'd get a rematch if he lost, as long as he didn't get completely dirt napped, right? Like if he got knocked out in that first fight, then it'd be hard to say like, no, we got to do it again. But the way it went down, of course, immediate rematch, let's do it. So, and he's doing it by leveraging smart strategy like he's doing right now by dropping out of the Leon Edwards fight, driving towards Colby, but also leaving the door open for a Leon Edwards title shot in the event that Leon Edwards wins, right? Smart business. So, that is what it is. Now, let's talk about Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev. This is like one of those videos I wish I could just do on its own. Like I would love to just go like, Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev is an amazing fight that I'd love to talk about. No one would click on it, right? So I'm putting it at the back of this video. But I was thinking about this, right? I was thinking about that matchup, and I all of a sudden just was like, oh my God, why is no one thinking about, I understand exactly why, but no one is thinking about how incredible of a matchup that is, dude. Because everyone's like, whoa, I would really like to see Khamzat fight Leon and then potentially get a title shot. And it's like, oh, Gilbert, I guess that'd be good. Like, that's how people are, they're like, I'm in for that fight, but no one's like really excited. And it's because you're thinking about the Khamzat title shot, right? You're thinking about him fighting Leon and then getting a title shot with Kamaru. So I totally understand. It is impossible to eclipse the excitement that would be around that fight. But now, take a step back and think about that actual matchup, dude, okay? Khamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns. Where is Gilbert Burns the most dangerous, maybe in the UFC, but certainly at 170 by a mile? Oh, on his back, right. So you put him on his back, you're out of your fucking mind. No one would take Gilbert Burns down on purpose. Fucking no one would take Gilbert Burns down on purpose. Unless they're completely crazy and so confident in their wrestling that they're not worried about getting caught in a submission by the most dangerous submission fighter at 170, probably including Damian Maia, in all honesty. So you've got Khamzat Chimaev, who takes everyone down and smashes their faces in with one highlight knockout on his feet. And then you got Gilbert Burns, where if you take him down, you're out of your goddamn mind. But maybe Khamzat's crazy enough to actually try him on his back. And then you've got another super explosive guy on his feet. Dude, that fight is bananas good. I want it now. I actually want it. I actually think that matchup is the most exciting matchup, like in terms of what's going to happen in this fight. Because you're going to find out what Khamzat has on his feet for real, because Gilbert Burns is explosive, man. He almost knocked out Kamaru Usman, dude. He almost knocked him out. And, I don't think Khamzat's crazy enough to take him down. I really don't. I mean, I could be totally wrong. But that just seems, it seems like you'd need to try Gilbert on his feet before you go into the place where he's the best in the world, right? Where he's won, world championships over and over, right? So, God, man, his submissions too, they're like, he's one of those guys where he catches it and he's torquing that thing like he's trying to break your arm instantly. There's nothing sportsman-like about it. It's not like, he caught you in this and he's gonna pull on it at 70% and give you a chance to tap. Like, he's pulling to break it immediately, and you tap, he'll let you go. But those guys, I really think that there is a very clear dividing line between how certain guys practice jiu-jitsu, even in full fights. Just like, there are guys that are sporting about it where they'll give you a minute. They catch a guy in something, they lock it in, and they pull. They don't pull all as hard as they can at first. Chokes, they choke him to death. A choke, they choke you absolutely as hard as you can. Everybody. But like the catch an arm, you know, they catch Kimura, catch an arm bar, catch certain things. There are some guys that will hold it just for a minute and give you an opportunity to tap before they like really torque and try to break your arm. Gilbert is not one of those motherfuckers, man. He is trying to pop your fucking elbow off immediately. And man, I want that fucking fight, dude. I want that fight. Anyway, that's what I got. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell.